We know your type, afraid of a fade. You ashamed when I said, shit, a spade is a spade. To me, my transition got me showered in praise. From the streets to the stage, the change in the
Dynasty. Also, be sure to. Oh, sorry.
I thought you gave me the thumbs up. Yeah, once again, welcome to a Spade podcast. I am your host, Tico. Follow me on Instagram at T_Cole29, man.
That's right, and you already know who it is. It's the hometown favorite. I am Royal Dynasty. Also, be sure to follow me on my IG at the Royal Dynasty _.
Yeah, so while you at it, make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, a Spade podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff.
All of that.
You know what I'm saying? And while you at it, you know how dope this podcast is anyway, right? It's a lifestyle, right? Send our donations to our cash up, $ a Spade podcast. You feel me?
Yes.
How you feeling, Royal?
I'm good. I feel good. Just glad to be here. Just celebrating my birthday. We still celebrating Taurus season. It's in full effect. Yeah.
Hey, shout to Big B out there.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, my twin. Shout out to my twin. Yes. Shout out to partner B. Of course, he's not here with us today. He celebrated his birthday and I think his son's birthday as well. So, it's just
both of them born on the same day.
On the same day. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole lot of Taurus shit just going on around here. Big bulls, not the little ones. So, yeah, I'm still just, hyped from my birthday. I feel good.
Yeah, you had did some poetic justice type shit, some goddamn snap your finger shit.
I did. So for my birthday, I didn't have anything just extravagant planned for my birthday. I just moved to a new loft, and so I wanted to a loft. I did. I wanted to just be creative with this birthday, and so I set up I did an in-home photo shoot and just kind of used some of the places within like the building of the loft, like some of the brick walls, the accents and stuff like that. Did me a cute little in-home photo shoot, and I decided to write a poem to myself. It was titled 33 Years Around the Sun. And so, yeah, it was just like a, a little poem to myself, doing things that I like. So
for sure. I mean, you think you were grown. You think you're grown now, right?
You
ain't
just
had
a
no
bit.
business having your thighs out like that.
Ooh.
Got doing showing these folks. I ain't like that.
What? I was really covered up. I feel like if the little people could do it, why I can't do it? And
No, they ain't got nothing to do with no little
saying.
people. But I'm saying, like, now, I'm your brother now. So
Okay.
me seeing my sister showing her thigh like that, I ain't appreciate that.
I mean, I was just wanting to be sexy still, and it's crazy because this is the same shirt that I wore for my photo shoot. I just, did a little whoop-de-whoop, little 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and styled it real cute. Wearing versus styling. So here we are.
Shout out to you.
You know what I'm saying?
And what was that thing that you said that you posted on your story? Like, you should be a rapper because you got bars. you
a lot of people don't know that I like writing poetry, right? So poetry is something that I enjoy writing, a good way for me to release, and that's something I've been just tapping back into lately. So, and I think I'm a rapper, like, in another lifetime, I feel like that was something God would have probably really blessed me with, because I really feel like I be having on bars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was that saying? Like, you fuck when you get laid down or some shit like that? What was that? Because I was like, ooh.
So that's gonna be my point blank period.
Okay.
For today. So, but yeah, I'm gonna tap into that. But I did tell them though, that's how you get dropped and you get kicked to the curb. This ain't K-Swiss, Nike, Jordan is Reebok.
Okay.
Yeah. This ain't Scissor Snooze. I'm feeling like I said I'm feeling like Tupac and Biggie in '93. Who finna lose?
Okay.
Yeah, I was just feeling like a little
Bars.
Issa Rae, you know what I'm saying? Just talking in the mirror with.
So we had the perfect person here.
Okay.
They can make sure your sounds and your vocals is crispy, clear.
Okay.
It's
on
not
point.
like getting all in your ear, distorted, none of that. So we have lovely Let's the Creative. Maybe get a big round of applause. Let's go.
Yes.
What's up with it, y'all? My name is Alexia, but everybody calls me Lex. Lex the engineer, Lex the creative one. I'm an engineer, songwriter, and vocal producer. And my specialty is just bringing creatives together and to create dope records and make sure they sound good.
Yes. shout out to the ladies in the building. You know what I'm saying? The lady engineers out here.
For sure.
They got the ear
Mhm.
for this music game because you just don't know, Lex. I be sitting here a lot of times and
Here you go.
they be talking about the mill music and I just be lost sometimes. So thank you for being here with me on today. It's a pleasure.
Definitely.
Yes, so yeah, I'm excited just to kind of tap in, you know, and just to learn a little bit more about you. I know this is my first time meeting you. And when T Cole had said we was gonna have a young lady coming in that is an engineer, it's just like, oh shit, like that's dope. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pop it off.
Okay.
What made you want to like get into engineering?
Honestly, of course, I have like a similar story to a lot of people who get into engineering. I used to want to be an artist, but I knew from childhood, like I've been able to sing since I was 3 years old. And I've been singing. My late auntie, she told me since she was 3, you've been singing and you've had a voice since she was a little girl. And I started doing public speaking to like cope with a lot of the childhood trauma. And I thought I wanted to be an artist. And then I came here at 17. I dreamed about living here when I was 15. And at 17, I moved here. I graduated high school early. I told my mama, I'm finna move to Atlanta. She thought I was crazy.
So where you from?
I moved here from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh wow! So you graduated high school at 15?
No, I graduated high school at 17.
At 17, okay. And then you just upped and moved to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was still technically a minor.
Yeah, right. You moved by yourself?
Yes, I found my roommate on Craigslist.
Girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know what though? To me, that says determination. Like I am determined to get somewhere. I got something that I want to do.
I would say it was God for real because I dreamed about it. I dreamed as a kid, did not know what this city was on the horizon. I just seen the buildings, that big Peachtree building, the biggest one in the city. I seen that in my dream. At 15, I remember it. And it was a horizon, the skyline.
Wow.
And that's when I knew Atlanta was my city. So I just came. I risked it all. I didn't have much. I just came, and I didn't get into music right away. I wanted to do music, but I'm a Capricorn, so I'm big on practicality, be logical. So I went to school for nails first.
Okay.
And life happened, and that didn't work out. I tried twice. So like even like I'm really big on. Sometimes you fail the first time, but you got to be willing to try again. That's how you know it's real. And if you fail again, then it's just not it. So when I failed at that shit the second time after having to start all the way over, I knew like, I got to do something else in music. Engineering literally fell into my lap.
Wow.
So growing up in Memphis, right?
I didn't grow up in Memphis. I moved here from Memphis.
Oh, you moved here from Memphis?
I lived there for about 6 months, but I lived in a little small city called Brownsville, Tennessee. London on the track. He from there. He from Haywood County.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, his family is from there. I don't know if he was born and raised there, but his family is from there.
Okay.
So it's a little town about 40 minutes west of Memphis. I lived in Memphis right before I moved here with my aunt.
Gotcha.
For about 6 months to a year. I just did my last year in high school there. And then I came here because of stuff that I was going through at home in that little small country town. People want to fight, but that's a whole nother conversation.
So who is?
I'm a good girl now, but people was
okay,
bullying me, so I had to.
Sometimes the girls have to
Feel me?
tussle. It's you just have to.
It's
put
not
that foot
cute
down.
though. It's not cute. I don't fight anymore. I walk away.
That's called growth right there. Growth and maturity. And listen, girl, it's okay. Sometimes you might still have to box somebody upside their head because they still just be trying you. But growth, walk away. We're gonna do like Jesus, turn the other cheek.
Amen. Preach.
Is that always good though?
Wait,
The turn the other cheek?
I feel like in some scenarios, it's ways that you can let it be known. Like, don't play with me. Like how when I'm gonna discuss for my my point blank period, right? Sometimes you can
safe to do.
listen. You can grow from a lot of things, and I think a lot of times too, I'm learning that people can be miserable and they see the light in you, and so they have to find something or someone to pick at to be like, oh no, like she just too happy for me. She just got too much going on for me, like the jealousy. And that can cause people to, react a certain type of way. And you just have to be mature enough to be like, you know what, really I got too much stuff going on to even be playing around with you little small-minded people. I'm about like Natalie Nunn. You're broke. I don't have time to play with you. Like, I'm a millionaire. Like, bye.
In spirit.
He a hater.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
He was a hater.
You set it up for me. But I love it. So, okay, so you had moved here, then you said you tried out for nails and stuff. So, after that, what was your mindset like? What was your other options for you to do other than music after that?
Hustle.
So what were you hustling?
I was selling perfume, colognes. Like, if you want it, I got it. I can get it. What you want? You know what I'm saying? Only thing I wasn't selling was Pussycat.
Okay.
So I and drugs. I wasn't selling drugs either, y'all. Let me be clear. No Pussycat and no drugs. Okay, but everything else, like, I'm out here in Atlanta with my brothers and them. We just outside. We hitting these corners, like, because I just never seen myself working a job. The longest I've ever had a job was when I did something music related. I don't keep jobs long. I quit. I just don't go back.
So, so wait, you feel like you headstrong or what? Like, what is this?
I'm very big on, if God gives me something, I believe in it. And it may not be immediately that gratification of right now, and I may go through my moods or whatever I feel in that moment, but I just hold on. And every time I try to be practical or a logical person, so to say, what the old folks say, and do what they think I should do, like, be conventional. Go get a conventional degree or, like, go to college. You can, or go get a job. It never works out every time. And even when I go in now, I've been going into places to work and it be things outside of my control why I don't be there. I get exiled. So as much as I try to be a part of other people's organizations, I realize that God has a plan for me and then I'm meant to stand on my own 2 feet. How it's going to happen, I really don't know. I'm just trial and error and I'm keeping going. So whatever come with it. I'm expanding upon my knowledge. So whenever the opportunity presents itself, I'm prepared. Don't know where it's going to come. Don't know what it's going to be. But whenever it come and when it come, I'm ready for it. I'm going to win.
That's right.
That's bars.
That reminds me of the saying what they say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And that's like, as far as in which you staying ready, like, what does that look like for you?
First of all, keeping God first. Like, I cannot express that enough. Unfortunately, I went through some things as a child and generational curses fell upon me that I'm breaking. And I have mental health issues, like bipolar, anxiety, depression. And I'm more aware now when I'm going into an episode or I'm having a moment, I know how to communicate and separate myself. So having that peace and that sustainability and that be able to go to God about everything and just feel comfortable going to God, like, Lord, I need you. That's what really helped me for real, because like, I be about going crazy. Like, sometimes I really do go crazy, because it's not like, and when I say crazy, I mean as in like, I'm not having a good day because I don't know when my next paycheck is going to come in and I have bills that I have to maintain and pay. So it's like that hustle and that bustle and having to improvise or adjust on the moment, on the fly. That anxiety is triggering. So it's building that strength of character and having that faith in that relationship, and God is what helps me get through that.
Yes.
Okay, other than God and having faith, how do you cope or deal with your anxiety and by being bipolar? Like, when do you knew that was the case?
Right. Yep.
First part, how do I cope with it?
Yeah. I
go by the river. I read. I journal a lot. I talk to myself too. Don't be afraid to talk to yourself, because like the spirit, the Holy Spirit live inside of you. You know what I'm saying? So you're not ever truly alone. So I don't see no wrong in talking to yourself. I talk to myself, especially when I'm up to 10 and I need to calm back the fuck down.
Girl,
I do that. Sometimes I have somebody I can call. I might get on. If it's real, like a crisis, I'll call somebody. And just vent, cry. I cry a lot. Believe it or not, I cry a lot behind closed doors. I am not afraid to isolate. And the people that I love, that love me, they understand when I need to go into that space of, I need some me time to get my mind right, because I'm not right. And I don't want to mistreat you. on accident, because hurt people hurt people. That's really true. And you can be high vibrating and have a bad day and accidentally hurt somebody else. So you have to be willing to say, all right, cool, I need a break. I need to step back. I love you. I care about you, but I need some me time because I'm going a little crazy in the head.
All right, so how many people you feel like you have disconnected with by them not understanding?
A lot.
So
And
do you
I
feel
think
like that
about it.
affect your work also?
It doesn't affect my work. It affects my emotional state. It doesn't affect my work because, like, I'm a hard worker. It's gonna get done, and I'm gonna do what I need to do to be successful when it comes to that.
Okay, and go back to you saying that you have been kind of part of entities, but the relationships has severed a little bit. Like,
They didn't sever for the bad. I would give an example, and I won't say the name, because this person is very powerful, and I do respect them at the end of the day. And part of me feels like this person doesn't even know the full capacity of what actually was really going on. I don't know what this person was told, but I was working at a studio that was owned by a major producer as a CE. I wrote a song in 2019 that I played, but I engineered it. I didn't play the song to get the record placed. As a songwriter, I knew I could write music, but I wasn't pursuing that idea of being a writer. I'm pursuing the idea of I'm a dope female engineer. If you give me an opportunity, this is the type of demos we can cut. This is the type of production we can get. This is what we can do. And I'm willing to play studio with you. If you've been looking for people that's willing to play studio, I work for your brother, but like I'll work for you for free when I don't have to work, because I want to grow. I want to evolve. I want to get to the next level. And the song got placed by the person who owns the studio's artist on accident. And next thing I know, management stopped giving me hours. I was going up there every day as if I worked there. They just stopped scheduling me. So I asked for a meeting, and the manager who hired me told me that because I wrote, there's nothing that I did wrong, but because I wrote that record and placed that record, there was a pivot. And because there was a pivot, you no longer fit that role as a concierge engineer within the organizations. And I can't say the name, because if I say the name, you're gonna know. But you no longer fit that role. And that broke my heart, because first of all, I got in this building doing a session with London on the track and Shensia. I was already in the chair. So for you to tell me, oh, I don't qualify to do this job because I wrote a song, that broke my heart, because I built my whole career. I'm the first Black woman to open up a recording studio in Marietta, Georgia. It's people that are my superiors asking me, how did you do that? So it's just like, it hurts my heart. It hurted my heart that it happened, because I'm like, how does me writing a song affect my capabilities of being a really dope engineer when other people that work within this organization do other things as well? So why me, you know?
Yeah.
But the relationship isn't severed. It's not like, oh, I fucked up or blackballed. It's just, you know, when you got a calling over your life, and I'm really starting to realize that and accept it. When you got a calling over your life, you gotta rely on faith. You gotta rely on God, because the world will eat you up and spit you out, and it'll tear your spirit down, and you will not want to do this shit.
No, that's real though. And I wanted to ask, because I kind of went through a similar situation. I used to work in radio, and had a situation like that where they fired me for being the angry Black woman, because I got into an altercation with a gentleman, white man there. And at that time, radio was all I knew. You know, that was my passion. That's something I really and truly love. And just tapping into like the mental health and everything. If you don't have that faith, or to say that I'm going to keep going, you will find yourself in a real dark place, in a state of depression. And that's where I ended up, in the state of depression, where, you know, it was some real hard times. And I just wanted to ask you though, like, how did you pull yourself up out of that, knowing that this is something that I really and truly love? Like, I'm trying to elevate, I'm trying to grow, and the fact that y'all took this away from me, you know, like, what steps did you take, or like, how did you end up overcoming that situation?
Honestly, I'm still coping with it. That situation happened a year ago. It's taking time. I'm taking my time. One thing I did is I unfollowed everybody that was within that organization on social media. I didn't want to see shit that they was posting. Not because I was hating on them. I love what they do, and I want them to win, but it hurt me so bad to be around people that I poured my genuine love and my energy. Like, I looked at y'all like family. Like, I wanted to be within this organization, and I wanted to grow within this organization, humbly speaking.
Right.
And you guys spit me up and shit me out. You know what I'm saying? Like both holes.
Damn.
So it's just like, like
That's tough.
both holes. So it's just like
Spit me up and shit me out. That's
so it's like I have my moments where I'm looking at it as protection. God's rejection is God's protection. So I look at it like that. I look at it like I'm on to something. If for that to happen to me the way that it did, that means I'm doing something right. I gotta be on to something, so I must continue. And just that knowing that I must continue, that drive to like keep going. And then when I work with the artists that I work with, they tell me like, Lex, if I can't work with you, I'm not cutting music. If you decide to quit, I'm not making music no more. Like you inspire me to keep going. So is that it's listening to my parents and my little brother, like my little brother especially, just telling me how proud he is of me. And just, being able to be there for my parents, that's what pulls me out. And then, like I say, it's just going back to that moment of being isolated and talking to God, because I get mad, especially if I get drunk, and if something trigger me, if I get drunk and get on Instagram and see one of them folks post, I'm gonna get mad.
which drunk is that, with the gin or the tequila? Which okay,
Don't matter. Drunk is drunk, you guys. Don't drink.
It's okay.
Yeah, so just name drop a couple artists you have worked with.
JayDaYoungan, R.I.P. my boy JayDaYoungan. Queso, Free Queso, Kevin Gates, Mulatto. Who else have I worked with as of recently? Right now, I'm working with a lot of independent artists, pioneering here in Atlanta that's about to break. Like YP, he's about to blow up. I'm saying this now on this podcast. When he blow up, just say, remember Lex told you that. He actually about to sign a deal. Doggone. I worked with Polo Da Don. I worked with Chubby Baby. I worked with a lot more of executives. A lot of people don't know that Julio Jones has a record label. So I've worked with his artists on his label.
You just been out here working.
I just be out here grinding for real. I be out here grinding for real. I really feel like I'm like 40, really not even 40, like 35%. Like I feel like where I'm about to go is like on a whole nother level. I'm preparing for that opportunity because opportunity has not arrived yet.
Okay, so with someone being an engineer, someone inspiring to become an engineer, what are some things that they need to know?
Studio etiquette. That's number one. Studio etiquette. Communication is very important. Learn your artists. Like, everybody is different. So you want to give people experiences that caters to their creative needs. A lot of people don't keep jobs because they don't have a personality. They just push fucking record. And nobody wants to work with somebody like that. People, from what I've experienced, let me just speak from my experiences, okay? So this could be a bit biased. From my experience, it's best to have a personality and to be able to connect with the artists that you work with, both telepathically, like on a subconscious level and a conscious level. And I know that might sound a little crazy, but just hear me out. When you're vibing, when you're connecting with an artist, you can tell by the tone of their voice, the way they're projecting, the way they're performing, how they're feeling. You should be able to kinetically, in terms of energy, connect with that. You should be able to tap into that medium because all they're doing is recording into the mic. That's the medium. So you should be able to tap into that, hear that, and process it in your brain. So while you're processing it in your brain, in real time, you're actually doing it. So when that rough mix comes out, even that rough studio mix matters.
Because sometimes that rough mix sounds better than the master version that I have been privy to.
I mean, that just means the mixer just wasn't a good mixer.
Like, for real.
That just means the mixer wasn't good because the studio mix is supposed to give that foundation. I want a foundation. I want a sound, but I don't know what the sound is. So give me a foundation so in the mixing process, it can be enhanced through cleaning it up through vocal nudges or a little bit more time-based effects, a little bit more grit to make it thick or something, like it can be enhanced. That's it. And then once it's been enhanced and then what's not needed has been taken away, you master it for levels to make it loud. The mastering levels everything out, evens it out, makes it loud. So those frequencies that would notch, if you just make it loud and bounce it, won't just hit you in the face like a Mike Tyson punch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the purpose of that mastering. It's that glue. It's that level. So when you play it in multiple environments, unless the speakers are crappy, it's going to sound the same.
Yeah.
Bar game.
I'm telling you, baby. I'm talking about dropping
So
it.
then, all right. So I've been in the studio where it's the artist. Like, he can rap his ass off, but every time they send me a song, I can't hear what he's saying. I just hear, I just hear a whole bunch of that. I'm like, why are you all not telling him to come closer up to the mic and really say what he's saying? Cause it sounds like he far away from the mic, and everybody in the studio like, yeah, but they're hard. Yeah. And I keep on telling his manager is like, bro, I can't hear him.
So
I can't
is it
hear
like
him.
mumble rap or like what is it?
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
giving scream.
It just give me scream. Yeah. So
I mean-
Ken, on you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I know what she's talking about. Those engineers are YouTube engineers. Shout out to the YouTube engineers. Nah, for real, y'all need y'all ass whooped because that's y'all. You know damn well you need to say something, bro. Like I cannot. Like my brain. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Ain't no way I'm not going to hear where you are on that mic. I don't have to see you to know you're behind the mic, you're in front of the mic, or you're on the side, whether it's the left or the right. I can tell where you are. I can hear you in the other room and tell exactly where you standing at, bro. Get in front of that mic, bro. You're too far away from the mic, or you're too close.
They scared to like be in the mic, or
They just don't know, or they lit. That's the thing. You got to think about it. Like as an artist, you coming in the studio to create, and you're not even really thinking about that. You probably in your element, in your zone. And some artists don't communicate. You got to ask them, like, everything good? Because they won't say shit. The headphones can be loud as shit. And when they get close to the mic, it's feeding back. I wouldn't know because the headphones was just in the other room. Somebody was recording themselves, and it wasn't set back to zero. So... I have to troubleshoot and know to ask questions based on if I can tell and hear you're too far, the headphones too loud. I can hear it before we even get too deep in this, bro. We got to adjust. Like I hear it. So for an engineer to hear these things and not say nothing, either A, they ignorant and just don't fucking know, or B, they just lazy and they just here for the money. They just want some money, and they're not a real engineer. Those are the ones that don't have longevity in this game. And they make us look bad. So please stop saturating the market with your bullshit. Because you make the professional engineers in already a ghetto city like Atlanta. You know, the people in the music industry look at Atlanta like ghetto. I went to New York. They said, it's a Soho house everywhere. Why isn't it a Soho house in Atlanta?
Or even a fashion district.
Yeah.
Even a fashion district in Atlanta. It's ghetto. So y'all gotta stop doing this shit that y'all gotta stop doing what y'all doing, bro. Like, cause y'all it's people want to come here. Clearly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Clearly, but it's ghetto.
And another thing I think too is when people see other people doing it, they're just like, oh, I could do that. I did something I could do. Hey, I was wondering when you were gonna pop it, but I ain't want to interrupt. But and people, they're just like, oh, it's just a press of a button, just for me to say I'm an engineer, but not really knowing the education behind it, or even taking the classes to say, or what I'm saying, just really like, let me just shadow somebody to really learn the game of what it takes. I wanted to ask too.
You pass it.
Yeah.
Up to my, you want me to pass your cup?
Oh, I didn't say she poet.
I thought she saw her pass the bottle. I'm like, I'm gonna pass it over there.
Okay, I was say that good, Tico. Make sure you ain't trying to fill my cup up. Girl, they be trying to get me drunk. Lacey, they be trying to get me drunk.
Thank you.
But I wanted to ask too, though, as far as in creativity. So when you're dealing with these artists, I'm pretty sure you're engineering, producing as well, or like it's just.
I just started really taking beats seriously.
Okay.
I've dibbled and dabbled over the years, and I recently took it seriously and it stuck. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna say too much on that. Just stay tuned. But I'm definitely in that
that
pocket
bag.
now.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
in
you.
there now. I'm in there.
So I wanted to ask though, like, is different genres of music that you are engineering for, or like, what? I guess I should ask, what's your favorite, like, I guess genre?
My favorite, I love anything that allows me to recreate dynamic vocals. Like anything dynamic and big, I love it. So I prefer like R&B, country, pop, gospel, right up my alley.
Okay.
I've started incorporating hip hop with dynamics. So when I record and work with my rappers, I have them repeat certain lines, say certain things, stack it to give me some more dynamics to play around with to cultivate a hybrid sound in a sense. Not R&B, of course, it's still rap, but it's like a hybrid sound based on the dynamic elements.
Give
So-
us a track of what you're talking about.
I just want to say, so I want to say, what is a dynamic? Yeah.
A dynamic song. So, let's see. Beyonce.
Shit, I wouldn't even know.
Those songs.
Jump.
No, that's Destiny's Child. The song is in my head.
Bills, say my name.
Girl, I can
Oh,
tell you've
okay.
been crying and you're needing somebody to talk to. That song.
Okay,
That
okay.
song. That song is dynamic because of
I don't know that song.
the amount of sticks. Girl,
What?
it's by Destiny's Child. My bad.
Right.
You heard it. You
I'm
just don't
your
remember.
girl,
You heard
you
that song.
my girl. Won't
You
you
heard it.
know that we love you?
Mhm.
You ain't never heard that song.
Girl.
B, you gotta play that for him in the car, girl. Play that for him in the car, okay? Like, we need you. That's okay. Well, now you know how I feel. But okay, so that is a dynamic song. What makes it like dynamic?
The vocals.
I'm gonna find this song right quick just so we can play it for T Cole. So I really want him to know what
Nah, see,
song
man,
this
they don't even
is.
play that might flag us.
What?
That might flag us on YouTube.
Oh,
YouTube,
I can't play
yeah.
like a snippet of it. You don't think so?
Just give me 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay. Hold on, let me find it.
I probably heard it before.
So
Yeah, you heard
was that
that.
was that a good sample or no?
I mean, you did good.
Okay, man. Cause I should have found girl. Okay. So what about that song makes
How about
it like
this?
dynamic?
Have you heard her? Damage. Oh no, Focus. Have you heard Focus?
Yes.
Can you focus on me?
Yeah. yeah
That song,
yeah.
perfect
Okay.
example. There we go.
I love that song.
The dynamic range. The beat is so simple. All you got is an acoustic track, but her voice, the dynamics on her voice, you can hear. For me, I can hear the texture in her voice because of the vocal stacks that she did, and the mixer really brought that clarity out to where it sounds like one big fat voice. Like lazy and broke. If you remember that part when she said that, how thick and dynamic it's like. Here's
Yeah.
lazy and broke. It's like right there. It's like woo. It's like you could feel it. The width, the fatness, the richness in it. She had to stack that about 2-3 times.
Okay, like
She had to.
said, she had to sing that part like 2 or 3 times.
She had to
okay.
stack it like lazy and broke, lazy and broke, lazy and broke. And then the mixer, the way he mixed it, he had to have blended that in to just where it doesn't sound like it's a stack or double. It just sounds like one voice but fat.
What is that? Brandy was known for that, right? The
Who
singer
said it again?
Brandy.
Brandy does it too.
Okay.
Yeah. She,
That
you know,
fatness.
Yeah,
and
I'm
and you get
educated,
that
man.
fatness through stacks, several takes.
Okay.
So you don't get that in rap. Rap niggas want to take Jake ad-lib and now I'm done, bro.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Nip Victory Lap. That's a masterpiece to me.
What? The who?
Nipsey Hussle.
Oh,
Victory
Nipsey.
Lap.
Okay.
Like that production is like still one of the best sounding albums out to this day. To me
My
personally,
Victory Lap.
yeah, me personally.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I know Meek Mill is under fire right now, but that song, I used to grind like this for times like this, and about that song is dynamic too.
Okay.
You can hear the beat, because the beat, you hear the dynamics through the actual instrumental. And then they do that same concept with his voice. He has an in and out. I've never seen a session, but I can tell based on the session, it's a lead. There's an in is an out. So it's 2 tracks that are ins, one's an out, and then an ad-lib track. But the way he did it, he probably doubled those ins and outs tracks twice and the mixer panned them left and right, but in an angle to where it sounds thick, and then did the EQ or whatever magic they do. I'm still trying to master that sound, but I know what it takes to make the sound in terms of like what to record. That pre-production, that post-production, I'm still working on.
Damn, so you make me feel like engineering is like golf. It's like you constantly working at it, but you still like, damn, I still don't know about this way of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a forever ending thing, because they were like, with golf, it's like, you would never master this. You can be great at it, but it's still never like, I got this down to a T, because it's so many different ways that you can do it to improve your game.
And I just feel like
Or the shit in life.
To me, I'm over here just like wowed in amazement, because everybody has that one thing that they're so passionate about, and they're listening to you talk about it, and I'm really over here like, girl, I don't know where the EQ is, or like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what the EQ is?
The equalizer.
You listen to it on the radio. You know how you be in the car and you tune your radio speakers in your car.
Okay.
Because they be a little
The
off.
bass, the
Okay, like the
treble.
bass. Okay.
You did it before.
You did I'm just like, girl, it is sounding like geometry right now. But to see how excited you are to even talk about this, it's like, wow, like I love that. And to really see, when people really have a passion for something, like that's amazing. And I'm pretty sure at times it doesn't feel like a job for you because it's something that you really and truly love. Like,
sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it do. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Like more often times than not, it feels like a job.
Damn.
It feels like a job, but I love my clients. I love the ones that
Show up on time?
the ones that show up on time, the ones that are respectful, the ones that are courteous, the ones that bring their hard drive. Bring your motherfucking hard drive, bro.
Why is that important?
Because why would you leave your money on the table? If you gambling, you playing craps, you finna leave your money on the table you hit. You gonna pick it up out the ground. So why would you leave your masters at the studio? You just spent all this money on studio time. You're going to leave your money?
Oh, okay.
Because your masters is your money.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever pays for the studio time owns the masters. So, you want to leave your money on the table? Okay, all right.
After all this hard work I don't put in.
It's cool because I don't want your music. It's just don't get mad at me when your session deleted. Because I don't want your fucking music. Right. I love what you do, and I want you to win, but I'm not going to repeat over and over, bring your hard drive. I'm going to eventually be like, okay. All right, when this computer crash again, because it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Computers crash. Computers crash. So please bring your hard drive.
Yeah. You want to get into it? Why your face?
Because I didn't know what you about to say. Hell, like, what?
Man, I'm not that bad. You want to do your point blank?
My point blank period.
Let's do it.
Okay, then. So we'll tap into point blank period right quick. So, we haven't done it for a while, but T. Cole reached out to me. He was like, hey, Royal, I need you to do your point blank period for this week. I was like, okay, cool. I got you. Now, I'm thinking that you saw my post that I posted because, like, last week, I just really felt like somebody had been playing with my top. And so, I just learned what that means too. Like a girl that worked told me, she was like, yeah, because I don't like when people play with my top. I was like, oh, I like that. So, I was like, I'm use that. So it just came to my mind, stop playing with my top. You play with my top, that's how you get dropped. And so really, that just made me be like, a lot of people are playing your face, and I feel like as long as you allow them to play in your face, they will continue to play in your face. What you will accept from people, that's what they will continue to give you. So if you just go ahead and let it be known, like, nah, I ain't even playing like that. I just got to stand 10 toes down on this and don't play with my top, because you play with my top, that's definitely how you gonna get motherfucking dropped. And so that was just that. Don't allow nobody to play in your face. I don't care what it's about. Set those boundaries, whatever those boundaries are, because if you don't allow people to know what your boundaries are or how to treat you, they just gonna continue to treat you how they feel like they want to treat you. And like you said, Lexi, hurt people. And a lot of times if you don't bring it to somebody's attention and just to let it be known, like, hey, I don't know what you have going on right now, but the space that I'm in, I just don't have the capacity right now to even allow that into my life, or you know what I'm saying. So that's just kind of where I'm at, and I had to write my little poem. I didn't even have a name for it, but it was just like
Don't
play with my top.
nigga.
That's
Big
how you
poem.
get dropped. Yeah,
Big
so.
poem. Big
Yeah,
poem.
that's my point blank period for the day. So take that with you. You play with my top, that's how you get dropped.
Point blank period.
Yes, period.
Yeah. That's it right there.
Man,
Yeah.
it's so irritating.
The people needed it. That's why I hit her up. I was like, man, I be going all that episode. I'm like, she haven't been doing it. And
Yeah,
then-
we haven't. We just been flowing and vibing lately. So
Yeah.
it's just, but I feel like this one was kind of just right on point for me, especially with my birthday just coming around. And I'm just in that season, like I said, just certain things I don't have the capacity for it anymore to carry on my shoulders or to carry it with me. I got my own shit going on as well. So, and then you think you finna play in my face? We ain't doing it.
unless she tell you to.
And that part, unless I tell you to come here, right now. Yeah.
Preach. All right, I want to get in one current topic right now that's going on. P. Diddy, man. Everybody seen the video of P. Diddy?
Yeah.
See, it felt like a roller coaster for me. So if y'all didn't know, the FBI or whoever done leaked the video of him.
Or the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh.
With Cassie.
Yeah.
So you see him down in his towel.
Right. Yeah. Running out of the room in the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassie trying to hit the elevator, trying to go
Trying
down.
to put her shoe on.
Goofy
Yeah.
ass running out there with that damn
Yeah.
tail on the dear life.
Grabbed her, slammed her to the ground, kicked her, stomped her, swung on her, and dragged her.
back. Yeah.
So when
That
I got
was-
caught wind of that, and I was like, damn, it's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with, Diddy. Just by like his perception, you know, like man, we all of us have grew up off of P. Diddy, Bad
Right.
Boy, Biggie, that whole cheesecake walk and all that. And for now, we seen this side of him. I'm just like, damn, dude,
Yeah.
like you really thought that you were God, really. I feel like.
On the way up here, I seen he posted, he made a post on social media
Yeah.
apologizing, you know, and which at this point, I think a lot of people are just like, boy, if their apology, you know what I'm saying? You know what
denied
I'm
it.
saying? Like, and to know, and a lot of times I feel like a lot of, you know, these heavy hitters or these big wigs, they don't think they're going to get caught with a lot of the things that they do. And I've even seen people asking to resurface Kim Porter's, you know, case as far as in her death, you know, because they was together for a long time, but you know he never married her, and so they're like, well, if that's what he was doing Cassie, and this is somebody that you said, you know, you love. I think he had like 3 children with Kim Porter. His son, the one that looked
King
like him, and then the
Combs.
twin girls,
Yeah.
you know, so it's just like,
But it his fault. It King Kong faults. His son Christian.
mm-hmm.
I feel like when he put out that so-called diss record towards 50 Cent,
Mm.
and in the lyrics he was like, you know, when the feds hit the spot, they hit the wrong house, we own the house next door, like making, trying to put off the perception that they are untouchable. And I just feel like they was like, all right, nigga, we got something for you. We finna hit this detonate button and just put y'all right back in the front of the news, because it was quiet for a moment.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the Kendrick and Drake beef,
Drake,
that
right.
overshadowed everything that, you know, we was like knowing about Diddy's situation with the
Right.
house being raided in 3 different cities.
Cause
we
he
met
had went on to somewhere like out of country. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. And then that video this morning, it looked
can
like
run,
he like
but you
Russell
can't
Simmons
hide.
and Bally. Didn't it look like that?
You say he look like Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide.
For real. So my question, like, you all being women out here, like, have y'all suffered between like physical abuse, like domestic abuse, anything like that?
Yeah, I have. When I was in college though. Just being young and in love, but also I was physically, you know, abusing the person as well. So just us fighting in the streets or something like that, because you want some gin. Gin used to be his thing, and so you know, just doing that to the point where it got to physical, like punching in the face. And I think the first time I ever got hit, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I hit that ground and it was like, whoa, and I think at that time too, I told myself, like, I don't want to be in nothing like this. Now, however, I did go into another relationship separate from that one, where in that relationship, I was the, you do something to me, I'm finna fuck you up. So I'm fighting again, and I had to tell myself, you don't want to be in relationships like this. Like, this is not cool. This is not how you saw your parents, growing up or anything like that. Maybe an argument, but physical abuse, like, that's not cool. And just because you're upset, talk about it. That don't necessarily mean you got to fight the person,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Even if you was cheating on me and got somebody else pregnant, like, Polo chain, I'm all the way in California at this point with this other person. I'm just like, damn, I don't just beat this man ass at his mama house, snatched his chain. Give me that. It's just like, this ain't what you want, sis. So I haven't, and my mama told me, she said, you need to stop putting your hands on people's children. So I just think after that, I always told myself, like, I would never be in a physical abusive relationship anymore. But then, it doesn't just also it doesn't relate to just physical abuse. There's mental abuse, verbal abuse, what I'm saying? Yeah, like, so it's other ways that you can be abused besides physically.
What about yourself?
Could you ask the question one more time?
Have you ever been in a domestic abuse relationship, like domestic, verbal, physical?
Well, it started off in childhood. My daddy is a psychological overt narcissist and drug addict. And up until I was a grown woman, I was getting abused. I watched my mom get abused. And I ain't going to say some other things I saw, not on camera because I don't want the YouTube video to get flagged. But I seen a lot of stuff go on as a kid. I was traumatized. And I want to say this message because I feel like I need to put this message out there. For the people that are dealing with gender dysphoria, that's the evil spirit. That's some trauma, something you've been exposed to as a kid, whether consciously or subconsciously. I was exposed to marital, exual abuse. Let me say exual. Taking advantage and I've been called all type of names by my own father, and I think because of that, and then generational curses that fell on me as a kid. I was a kid, like probably like 5 or 6, and thought I was a boy. I used to think that I was something that I wasn't. God made me a woman, and I love being a woman because it's some fine men out here, baby.
Yeah.
But but on some real shit, like domestic abuse and child abuse fucked me up. And I'm one of those ones, by the grace of God, I was able to make it out. And I have a relationship with my parents to this day. I talk to my daddy, I talk to my mama, and I forgive my daddy. And I forgive my mama too. Some days, we don't see eye to eye, but I forgive them for everything that happened. And I'm a living example by that. Even when I get drunk to the point where I black out, I don't act crazy like I'm living in hurt. There's people that are hurting, they get drunk, they show themselves.
Yeah.
They can't hide it no more because they're bare. Their raw spirit, the spirit is attached to their cord because they're alive, is still there. But whatever spirits they attach onto them, it prevails itself. So some people are enraged, some people are super sexual, some people are super shy. Some people want to contemplate unaliving themselves. It's different effects that spirits give you. But I went through that as early as my whole life, as early as birth. I went through domestic. I went through child abuse. And it's something I'm still healing from. However, by God's grace, I've made progression. And me and my parents, we do have a relationship. It's not the best, but I'm grateful that we can have a relationship. I can call my daddy. His name used to be sperm donor in my phone. Now he's my father. My daddy's name in my phone is my father. That to me makes me so happy that I could call my daddy my father now.
Growth.
You know what I'm saying? So it's growth. And that's where, for me, that's where it started. It started at home. And it affected me so much to where I thought I was a fucking boy. So that gender dysphoria, know that God made you exactly what he made you for who you are for a reason. If you feel something different, please go to an adult, go get you some help, go and pray, go to God, because God made you what he made you. You're dealing with something. You're dealing with something spiritual, and it's bigger than you. It's not what society tell us. Because I'm telling you, I thought I was a boy.
So what you mean by that? You thought you were
I would
like
say you
touching
just,
girls
like,
or something?
I was
Dress.
touching girls and pissing, like standing up at 6 years old, 7 years old.
How was you doing that? Pissing standing up?
How was I doing it? Like
Like
standing up over the toilet, like trying to do this.
What you could.
but don't
I couldn't do it.
don't with the girl go down your leg. I mean,
Yeah, that's what happened. It went down the fucking leg and on my hands. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm over here. So I move up on the toilet like this. To the toilet
wow.
like here. And then now, if you're drunk and you're in public and you want to pee, of course, I ain't gonna show you how to do it, but ladies, y'all know. But
The
I
little
was like this, trying to do this like a boy, but it was pissing. I was pissing on my leg, so I started standing right up the toilet and still pissing on my leg. Straight down my leg, looking stupid.
You ain't know no
I'm
better,
telling
though.
you, no, it's spiritual. It was spiritual. I knew I was born a girl, but I was in my mind. I thought I was a boy.
so
I don't know.
Like, where did that come from? You grew up around a whole bunch of boys?
No,
Okay.
sexual abuse.
Okay.
The evil spirits attached to sexual abuse. That's the only thing that I grew up around. Granted, I'm the oldest girl and I have 2 younger brothers. And my baby brother wasn't born until years later. I was already damn near an adult. I was a teenager when he was born, like 15, 16. But my middle brother, we grew up together and we slept in the playpen together in my parents' room. And my daddy was on crack. So my daddy was born in the 60s. He got hooked on crack in the 80s. My daddy stopped smoking crack when I turned 20. I'm 27 now. So that's why our relationship has gotten as good as it is, because he had to stop doing drugs. I wasn't fucking with him. I could not fuck with him. Well, the last straw for me was my daddy was trying to sell me to the dope man.
God damn.
So it was like crack is bad.
Yeah.
And this, hold on, you talking about you just 27 though, 7 years ago. So this shit like 2010 and
Recent.
yeah.
I'm like, that's why I say, like, for me to have to be dealing with so much stuff and to be where I'm at in the type of industry that I'm in, it's all God. That's why I tell people it's God, bro. Build your relationship with God, bro, because I should have been went crazy. I should have been went crazy.
That's real.
Like, my cousin did some shit to me when I was 19. Like, I went through so much stuff and I should have been crazy, but it's God. And when you got a purpose, nothing's gonna get in the way. I don't care what you go through. I don't care where you from. I don't care what you think about yourself. When God wants you, God gonna take you up. And you might be dwelling with devils, but I kid you not, I be around people that think, other things. And I talk to them in a way where they want to believe. I was talking to a guy who used to be a Christian. He started going to the Unitarian church. And now he like, yeah, you make me want to go and talk to God and rebuild my relationship with God. Because I stopped believing in Jesus. I stopped believing, so I went to Unitarian, so it's more open and accepting to believe what I want. So I don't mean to divert and take things off, but like, I dealt with this shit as a child. I have marks on my body, like witch marks. That's what they call them. I have marks on my body. My birth chart is a pentagram. So I would say I was called to do something great in this lifetime. To the extent, I don't know, but I'm going to let the Most High God be in control of that. And that's how I deal with a lot of shit in the industry and personal. And that's why I tell everybody, you can do it. I don't care. I don't care where you from. And especially if you a man, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You can do it. Don't let none get in your way. Don't let nothing get in your way.
That's real.
Oh yeah, we're gonna end it just like that.
Yeah. Hold on, wait, because I had wanting to tap in right quick when you asked us about the domestic violence and things like that. Like, what's your take on it? How you feel as far as in with the Diddy and the Cassie, and have that been something that you feel like you've ever encountered or?
Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was like a mirror. Cause I had watched my mom being abused by my dad. And I had watched my mom pick up that iron, knock the fuck out my dad. And his shit was leaking.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at an early age, like, that was traumatizing. But me not knowing that, I had, like, younger, me being young, had gotten to, like, a little abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? Then I realized, like, bro, that shit ain't me. That shit ain't player. Like, you don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you had to grow and realize, like, bro, you're not supposed to conduct yourself like that, and you're not supposed to be with a person like that. So yeah, I done went through that shit before. But now, I love my shit now, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
That shit fire.
That shit fire. Hold on, when you say you love your shit now, like what we talking about? What we talking about?
I love my shit now.
I'm just trying to figure out what you talking about. You said you love your shit right now.
I love my shit now. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna even say that, y'all. He over here cheesing real hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For real. You know
I ain't never seen my boy over here cheesing like
I
you.
never been into my whole entire life. So
Okay,
like,
but they're real though, and I think that's beautiful
shit.
when you do end up finding, someone that you can create such a beautiful life with. And although there may be times where we always have our ups and our downs, but to know that you can have that person that still sees you, not what the internet sees or the outside see, but a person that actually sees you. And I think that's beautiful, to find. Shit, I'm still trying to find it, you know what I'm saying? But hey, kudos to you and loving your shit, okay?
Period. Period.
Black love, we love to see it. Well, I would say, listen, we appreciate like you coming on and having you. Like, we gotta make sure we tap in, follow you, you know what I'm saying? And just kudos to you and everything that you're doing, and for how much you have grown, you know what I'm saying, into being the woman that you are, and where you've come from as far as in, growing up. Obviously you have a story, and it's an amazing story that so many other people are probably going through, not really knowing how to channel it or knowing, what to do. But I want to continue to hear your story and to see you just go to higher levels and higher heights, you know what I'm saying, doing this shit as a black woman, being young. So what they say, 30 under 30 or 40 under 40, like, you doing it, and I'm proud of you. And I just want to say that, and I know this is my first time meeting you, so just keep doing your shit, sis. Like, we want to see it, and your story is people out here who want to hear it.
For sure.
So, and make sure you tell people where they can follow you at again too before we leave.
Make sure y'all catch me on Instagram, Lex, L-E-X, the creative one. LEXTHECreative1, number 1. Lex, the creative one. Make sure y'all tap in. I got some great things on the way soon, so let's get connected.
Yes.
oh yeah, I could say this one of the like the deepest episode we ever done. And we done shot over 100 episodes. Like, real shit, you a strong woman for be able to let the people know what you've been through. Because most people, we just know how to hold it in. And we know that hold it in, that's that cancer shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, thank you again for sharing your story. Like, that was like remarkable. For real, for real.
Thank you.
So, hey man, this is Spade Spade Podcast. I am your host, T Cole. Once again, follow me on Instagram at T_Cole29.
That's right. And make sure you all follow me, the hometown favorite, Royal Dynastie, on my IG at the Royal Dynastie _ and T Cole. What we know.
We know your type.
Hey.
Let's go.
The spade is a spade to me. My transition got me shouting praise from the streets to the stage.